a new day. Good morning, Early Eagles. Rise and shine. This is a morning edition for Wednesday, November 13th, 2019. Good morning. I'm Desmond Saunders. Thanks for joining us. We're going to get our morning started by finding out what's happening weather-wise. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us live in studio. Good morning, Basil.
This weather report is sponsored by Bank of the Bahamas, the bank of solutions.
And good morning, Desmond. In our first look at weather, we'll get you started in the tropics. 17 days now remaining. The tropics remain very quiet, but we have a frontal system that's pushing through the northwest Bahamas. It's somewhat on the weak side. We'll trigger 1 or 2 showers, but behind that, a very strong one. We'll tell you all about that later in the newscast, so do stay tuned. Outside of our studios, it is partly cloudy. Temperatures a very cool 64 degrees. Relative humidity 93%. The winds are near calm. They're out of the north at 2 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,014.0 millibars. That's 29.94 inches, and it is rising. Temperatures around the islands this morning: Marsh Harbor at 68, 67 in Great Torquay, 66 in Freeport. The Berry Islands a little warmer, just on the other side of that frontal boundary at 78 degrees, 78 in Allenstown, Bimini. Harbor Island 75, 76 in Roxanne, Eleuthera, Allenstown, Cat Island at 75, 73 in Staniel Key, Kemps Bay, St. Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros. San Salvador 75, Rum Key 75 degrees in Ryegate Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Acklands, and Matchetown, Niagara, all at 77 degrees. The Turks and Caicos Islands at 80 degrees. And if you're traveling this morning, here are some high and low temperatures you're likely to find at some of your favorite cities. For your boating forecast, today in the northwest Bahamas, the winds are expected to be north to northeast, 12 to 18 knots. That's in the lower portion of the northwest Bahamas. But if you're around Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Bimini, the winds are going to be even stronger, 15 to 25 knots. Very rough sea conditions up there, 5 to 8 feet. So advisories are in place for boaters in the vicinity of Grand Bahama, Abaco, and the Biminis. Anything south of that, you're going to have a caution flag up. Speeds around 12 to 18 knots. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet over the ocean. High tide, well, that takes place at 7:57 this morning. The low tide at 2:23 this afternoon. And then for the central and southeastern islands, winds also north to northeast, but 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your first look at weather, the morning edition. Stay tuned. Your forecast for today, tonight is still ahead.
Well, thanks a lot, Basil. And now, taking a look at our live tower cam. Amazing views of Nassau Harbor and Paradise Island. What we're going to do is send it to Kelsey Johnson. She's up and about, giving us the latest in traffic. Kelsey, good morning.
The traffic report is sponsored by Bahamas First. First in insurance. Today, tomorrow.
I can tell you that the speed limit in this area is 30 miles per hour, and traffic officials are asking motorists, especially early in the mornings, to look out, be very vigilant for those early morning joggers and pedestrians who are in the Goodmans Bay area or Cable Beach area. Now, joining me live this morning is Sergeant Jerron Thompson, who will talk about all of the traffic. Can you update us on the traffic incident in New Providence as well as the traffic fatality on Exuma and in Spanish Wells?
Yes, in the last 24-hour period, we had a total of 29 accidents for the entire Bahamas. We had 3 accidents with injuries right here in New Providence. Those persons were treated and discharged, nothing serious to report. We had 1 hit-and-run accident along with a traffic fatality in Exoma, like you mentioned, where a female, an adult female, she would have succumbed to injuries on scene. The driver of the other vehicle, he is receiving medical attention as we speak, and the juvenile passenger who's along with the female, he's also been seen by medical officials.
And what about the traffic incident that took place in Spanish Wells? I understood that you had to fly out early Monday morning to do some investigations down there on the island. Yes,
we had an adult male that drove a 2015 Honda Accord, and he would have collided with a wall, and he would have succumbed on scene. We are dealing with investigations. Yes, we've been now do the reconstruction aspect of that traffic fatality, and early this morning we are going to be traveling down to Exoma also to assist with the reconstruction and investigation of that traffic fatality.
Is speed playing a factor in these incidents or accidents?
Yes, the one in Spanish Wells, speed was definitely a factor. The damages and the injuries to that person was very significant.
Now, this morning, while we were out here, I noticed that you had warned a number of motorists who were on their cell phones. Do you think that also played a part?
Yes, we believe the use of cell phone is a major contributing factor to some of these accidents and crashes. So we're going to have a high visibility on our streets along with enforcement, and we're going to have to report those persons, put these persons before the court, because these persons are not catching on. So you have to hit them where they hurt. Sometimes these warnings what we have on these social medias and such as sadness or what have you, they're not listening. So the old people say when you can't hear, you will feel, and you will feel from your pockets, and we'll put you before the court, and you'll pay the piper.
All right, thank you so much, Sergeant Thompson. Like I said, Desmond, it's a beautiful Wednesday morning out here. We're on Bahama Boulevard, but back to you in the studio.
Thanks very much, Kelsey. Some good tips for commuters. Well, now to our top story this morning. The government of the Bahamas hoping to lift the moratorium on taxi licenses. Minister of Transport, the Honorable Wentworth Wells, says this issue is now before Cabinet. Presently, there are 1,135 licensed taxi plates in the country. Transport Minister also voicing concern on another issue, which has been a bone of contention for his ministry for quite some time.
It is against the law. Clause 70 of the Road Traffic Act, you can go and read it. It is against the law for any individual to lease any sort of government-issued plates. You're not supposed to. You are supposed to be the individual who either own the plate or you have yourself a company, and so you're not supposed to be subleasing, is what I call it.
So that law is going to be enforced now?
It should have been enforced. And so it is the intention of the government. As I said, the issue is before the Cabinet of the Bahamas, and we will be enforcing the law.
Well, says government intends to go after taxi drivers who are caught subleasing government-issued plates. Well, it's been on the drawing board for quite some time, and now government is moving closer to making the proposed unified busing system in New Providence a reality. The pilot project for the unified busing system will test how the scheme will work and is expected to create a modern and smooth transportation service in New Providence. Presently, there are 300 public service licensed vehicles that transport over 5,000 residents each week. The terminal for the proposed unified busing system will be tested near the Road Traffic Building on West Main Street near Clifford Park. All the communities of North Abaco, including Cooperstown, Foxtown, Wood Key, and Crown Haven, continuing the restoration process post-Hurricane Dorian, although Treasure Key remains a significant challenge for recovery. North and Central Abaco Administrator Reese Boodle-Lang told our news team that residents understand that change won't happen overnight, but they're seeing significant progress.
Began to see the NGOs assist families in cleaning up and rebuilding their homes. We're seeing tremendous thing happening on the Keys, tremendous reconstruction, cleaning up of debris. And we're seeing, even on the mainland, contracts has been issued to further clean up the settlement areas, because the greater focus was first on the shanty areas, but now contractors are moving into the settlement areas because we have still quite a large volume of debris in and about Abaco.
Administrator Budo Lang also gave an update on the operation of public schools in North Abaco.
We have over 100 students that are in the mainland. School is resumed in Great Okie. School is resumed in areas in North Abaco. We have 2 church facilities. We have the library facility, and we have 1 school, Foxtown. And so we know that students are engaged in curriculum studies in these places. And so as the weeks go by, we expect there to be a greater focus on curriculum.
Well, in news from the courts, former Cabinet Administrator Shane Gibson denied receiving payment and kickbacks from contractor Jonathan Ash during cleanup efforts post-Hurricane Matthew. In a taped interview with police that played in court Tuesday evening, in the tape, Gibson was asked if he had received a $250,000 payment from Ash. Gibson responded that Ash said he wanted to see the PLP win the 2017 election, and he had conversations with Ash about donating to candidates' campaigns, but he never ever asked Ash for money. Gibson was also asked about meeting Deborah Bastian to collect money on behalf of Ash. Gibson said he met Bastian in several places, but not to collect funds. Questioned if he ever received money from Bastian on behalf of Ash, and if so, what was the reason? Gibson responded, no comment. The trial continues this morning before Justice Carolina Bethel. Well, back in a minute for you ahead of the morning edition, soaking up for sunshine, and why many visitors continue to flock to nearby beaches. That and more. The morning edition continues.
During a hurricane, intense winds and rains are not the main cause of window and door damage. The most serious threat to your family is flying debris. The official hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th, but hurricanes are being known to form in other months. We Bayou Cell is this region's #1 supplier of high-impact windows and doors, located at number 163 Robinson Road. Call us at 324-6427 or 677-2856. Come and see us today. Right away.
When a hurricane strikes, there are many critical needs to survival. Water is one of them. Access to clean water to drink, bathe, and wash things is often hard to come by, particularly in remote areas. While it's tempting to use whatever water is available, there are a few things that you should do to make sure that your drinking water is safe to consume or use. Boiling your water is one of them. Boiling water kills most pathogens that can be harmful. If your water is cloudy, filter it through a clean cloth or portable filter. You should boil filtered water for 1 minute, cool, and then store in a clean container with a lid. If boiling your water is not an option, you can disinfect it with bleach. Use 1/8 teaspoon or 8 drops per gallon, then let it stand for 30 minutes. Remember, this water should be stored in a clean container with a lid. Ensuring the highest level of food, animal, and plant safety in the Bahamas. This message is brought to you by the Bahamas Agricultural Health and Food Safety Authority and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Glad you're sticking with us. This is a morning edition. I'm Desmond Saunders. Well, the way companies do business and make contributions to the National Insurance Board continues to change. Through NIB's new portal system, that process is being made much easier. A number of those establishments are on board with the initial phase of the pilot portal program, which allows businesses to carry out their transactions from the comfort of their establishments. Among those supporting the move is General Manager of the Bridge Authority, Tony Smith.
I saw it as being forward-looking, innovative, and thought that it could be a tremendous, they could be leading a culture change in terms of how we do business in the Bahamas, and I wanted to hear firsthand what it is they were doing. But from the looks of it, it doesn't seem to be too tedious a process. Clearly with the ability to validate data on the back end, that should make the process go a lot smoothly, right? It would become tedious if you had to enter everything fresh for the first time and you couldn't validate. That would make the process longer. But they have data in the background already, so certainly the validation process is how speed things along.
Well, the Bridge Authority executive explains how the company will be utilizing the new system for potential benefits.
We will look to incorporate this in our business. We're looking to do as many things through an electronic platform as possible. So we're looking to see how much of our business we can move onto a digital platform so that, one, it's easier for us to do business. Two, it's easier for us to get information that we need based on the kind of business we're doing. So, for example, it'll be extremely useful for us to make our payments in a timely way and be able to know that the payments have been made so that if our employees have claims or have issues, we know that our records are up to date, and so we don't have to be concerned that our employees can be serviced in an efficient way. So us doing this will help our employees get the help that they need and help the NIB organization serve our employees better.
We all know that the Bahamas is one of the top Caribbean tourist destinations, but with a new generation of visitors, the product has to continue adapting to demands. And with over 1 million stay-over tourists racing to our shores each year, the industry holds much of the country's economy on its shoulders. Tourism specialist and Dean of Graduate Studies and Research at the University of the Bahamas, Dr. Vic Neer, explains the importance of shifting the selling point from merely sun, sand, and sea to incorporate a community-based tourism.
It's pointless to have a high number of tourists coming, but the returns that you get is going to be small. The modern tourists of today, the millennials, they want the experience. You got to package the experience together, and community-based tourism is an experience. You want to sell that idea of experience, and people are willing to pay the money for it.
Well, Neer also works closely with the Tourism Development Association, conducting studies on family islands to test the potential success of community-based tourism. Over the years, many people have migrated from family islands to the capital, but tourism can be used to help drive the economies of smaller islands. As Bimini prepares to see more tourists with new cruise lines entering its port, the island is also being used as the baseline for the research.
Well, if the model actually works, which is what we are doing in Bimini now, the idea is to replicate this whole concept of CBT in all the other islands. And by doing so, I think every island have an opportunity to identify what is unique in these islands. Because if you look at all these islands, although the environment looks the same, but every island has something unique. And that is how you can sell the country much better.
Well, retired Justice and playwright Jean Thompson has just released her new book, Bahamian Tapestry, a compilation of 3 plays she wrote some years ago. Thompson was surrounded by friends and well-wishers who joined her at the book launch at Nungalik Studios on Tuesday night. Included in the book are her plays, Vicious Circle, that tackles Matricide, Columbus Landing, a satire about Columbus' arrival through the eyes of 2 Lucayan women. And the final play is Father's Day, that tackles sweethearting. Wow, interesting. Thompson says the 3 plays included in the book are her favorites. She explains her affinity for Father's Day in particular.
I think the themes of them, and also I think they're my best written. Yeah, but Father's Day, I think, is the best one I wrote. And Vicious Circle, it just has something personal to me because of the fact that I represented the man who was charged with the murder. I think it is tighter, you know, it's well structured. I think the characters are well drawn, and it's not drawn out. It has some humor as well as tragedy in it, and I think it works quite well. When it was first performed, I performed in it myself. It was directed by Philip Burrows.
Well, the Minister of Tourism and Aviation, the Honorable Dionisio de Aguilar, was among those celebrating Thompson's accomplishment, stressing that the occasion was all about promoting Bahamian culture.
Literature has many genres, but the most important element of literature is story. Story is the most basic vehicle through which a people communicates its values, its ambitions, and dreams, critically highlights its social issues, and instructs its youth. I believe that some people are born with a mission. Jeannie Thompson, whose achievement we have come to celebrate this evening, was born with the mission of being the birther and carrier of story for the Bahamian people.
Well, what you're seeing may look like a yard sale, but I assure you it's not. It's actually a hurricane relief supply giveaway hosted by a generous group of Nassau natives. Volunteers with Ali McIntosh Children's Charity hosted the giveaway yesterday in an effort to assist persons from Grand Bahama and Abaco who are still very much in need. Today, the group plans to disseminate the remainder of the 20-foot container full of items donated from various churches and groups across Florida. Charity founder Ali McIntosh says it's about bridging the gap.
A lot of people are displaced. They can't wait, so they get left out. And that is what we do. We're bridging the gap. We're getting those people who are falling between the gap, between the gaps, and so we're doing that kind of work. We are allowing persons who are here from Abaco and Grand Bahama to come and access some of the clothes, the bedding, children's, men's, women's clothing, some toiletries. Well, we are limited on that now, but paper products and shoes, everything that's available, we are accessing, we are allowing people to come and take.
Well, great work there. McIntosh adds that the group has also been supplying items to persons who've been affected and maybe in other islands.
People have gone to Eleuthera, Long Island, Auckland, Andros. I think at least 5 islands we got requests from. And so what we've been doing over the last 5 days, this is day number 6, we've been packing, sorting and packing for those islands. We've sent off to Long Island, we've sent off to Eleuthera, we've sent off to Andros already, we've sent off to Auckland. In fact, we've been told that over 1,000 persons have gone to Eleuthera, which means we're going to send a secondary stuff off to Eleuthera in another day or 2. But we are making sure that the persons who are displaced, persons who have moved in with family, is taken care of.
Well, straight ahead, we head into the kitchen. Oh, my favorite segment. It's Wednesday, and we're cooking up a special breakfast for you. You're watching The Morning Edition. Back after this.
Janae's Chesapeake Road Christmas Wonderland is now open under the big tent. Get up to 20% off the best prices and selection on Christmas decor in town to give your home or office the look and feel of Christmas. Check out Janae's large selections of colorful ornaments, mesh, picks, flowers, LED lights, and trees. And especially for back-to-school customers who downloaded Mobile Assist and favored Janae's, check your smartphone for an exclusive further discount. Check out Janae's Chesapeake Road and take a sneak peek at the toys while you're there.
Welcome to Sunshine Auto, your hottest place on the planet for rims, tints, tires, and auto sales. We are your auto superstore for rims, Lexani, Azaras, Trueform, Western, Lux, Fuel, Track Lights, Tough, Rough Racing, Velocity, Mud, All-Terrain, and low-profile tires, cars, homes, and commercial window tinting. At Sunshine Auto, we put God first and customer is king. Blessed luck. That's how God fathers roll.
Hey, have you heard? ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. whether you're on the move or just kicking back. Miss something on the news? It's there. Want to keep up with a live update? It's there. Or just want to listen to your favorite station? It's there too. Download the app now from the App Store and Google Play Store.
Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey, what's that?
What y'all getting?
Listen, I've been waiting to wash down some lobster, yeah?
Hi, I'm Matthew. I will be you guys' waiter today. Can I take your order?
Oh, I've been chewing for some grouper dread.
Y'all see this?
See, this ain't gonna work.
Where the fish gone, though?
But how, though?
Don't leave our children with no fish in their future. Protect our sea. Protect our way of life. Protect the Bahamas. To learn how you can help, find us on Facebook at Bahamas Protected. See the future. Our marine resources were once considered inexhaustible. Conch and reef fish like grouper were abundant everywhere, and it seemed as if the lobster catch would rise forever. But today, there is a downward trend that affects everyone. Researchers say we can reverse the trend by protecting more marine habitats. And the good news is that most Bahamians strongly support efforts to halt further decline. Tripling the size of our network of marine parks will mean more fish and conch for everyone now and for the future, as well as more recreational and ecotourism opportunities. Today, only 10% of our waters are protected. Surveys show that most Bahamians consider protection of our marine environment to be a top national priority. More protection means more benefits for everyone, now and in the future. It's a win-win-win strategy for the economy, for Bahamians, and for nature. Protect our sea, protect our way of life, protect the Bahamas. See the future. Visit Bahamas Protected on Facebook to learn more about marine protected areas.
Welcome back. Well, you've been waiting for this special, and this morning our Lloyd Allen takes us into the kitchen for a breakfast meal.
This week, we're back at Manuelo's, and on the menu, a pancake surprise.
You ready?
Let's go.
All right, banana pancakes. So just peel the bananas, we put them in the bowl. So I'm just gonna put 3 eggs, half a cup of brown sugar. Just gonna go ahead and beat these two together while you peel. Process is going to give the pancake the nice fluffiness. So you want to go ahead and add air into this.
So air is a critical component then?
Air is a critical component.
Because I hear a lot of chefs talk about it, and I wasn't quite sure what that meant.
Yeah, air is a critical component in baking. If you mix things properly, if you cream things properly, each time you cream, what you're doing is incorporating air into the mixture.
Air.
And the air provides the lightness to the batter. And so if you look on top, you'll see we have some foam going on. You'll see when I let it set. This is rolled oats. What I did was I put it in a food processor and I get it into a flour mixture. Yeah. And so instead of using flour, I'm using the actual oatmeal. So they're just the real oatmeal. So you get that. You're gonna put the bananas in there. Put it in there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and crush them. Crush them.
So as you're crushing that, what's the next thing we'd want to add in?
Once I already crushed this, and this is really nice and blended together, then we're going to go ahead and add the spices. All the spices together. I'm going to use spices like cinnamon, nutmeg. Give me 1 teaspoon of each. You can put it with the flour. Put it right over there.
Put it in the flour?
In the flour, yeah. One thing with bacon, you always add, yeah, put it right in there.
That's good?
Yeah, that's good, yeah. You add all the dry ingredients together. And so what that does is it saves you time to have to keep over mixing the batter. So we're gonna go ahead and add all the, I'll leave it a little chunky because it's good to have a little chunk in there. That's good, perfect.
Yeah. Good for the Bahamian mama.
Yeah. I got some almond milk, so we're gonna use some almond milk for this.
And that's about 1.5 cups, you said?
Yeah, 1.5 cups of almond milk.
Now, the Bible says if a man no work, he shouldn't eat. I'd really like to get my hands in on this.
Go ahead.
So nice and aggressive, you said?
Yeah, yep. So then I'm going to go ahead and add the baking soda.
Okay.
Half a teaspoon.
So nice and aggressive, you said?
All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to just go ahead and add some cranberries in the pancake.
Nice.
And I'm also going to put a little more of the oats.
Okay.
To give the pancake more texture, you know? Texture and flavor. So just mix it around. You mix it around while I get the pan ready. So I'm using a non-stick pan.
Beautiful.
Yep, so I'm just gonna lace it lightly with a little coconut oil. I'm gonna go ahead and use 1 full scoop of the ladle as a measurement for the pancake, all right?
So that's fine?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah, a full one.
Nice and centered?
Nice and centered and round. We're gonna caramelize some banana for the plate so we can garnish it beautifully.
Nice and brown.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Put the final one on top. So you say you like 4 pancakes?
3, 4,
so
yeah.
That's your serving then.
Wow.
For this dish, so you're gonna just dress the plate with little raspberries. Use a little blackberry. Put the caramelized bananas on top.
And as you said before, caramelization is really the process of bringing out the flavor.
Bringing out the flavor in the item.
Maple syrup.
Yeah, we're gonna use the maple syrup, so you put it right on the side of the tray like that, and it's ready. It's ready to go. You want to take it over, Lloyd?
I'll take it over.
All right.
And as they say, breakfast is served. Lloyd Allen for the Morning Edition.
Wow, tasty and delicious, right? Tasty, hearty breakfast. More after this. The Morning Edition returns after this break.
Explore the world of agriculture with us. Join me, your host, Carla Palmer, for continued adventures in agriculture and the marine environment as we head into Season 2 of the program, Agriculture Now. That's Agriculture Now, moving to a new date and time, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and Saturdays at 9 a.m., right here on the ZNS Television Network.
Now you can watch the ZNS network of channels absolutely free. That's right, ZNS is now broadcasting 3 separate channels, free to air on Channel 13. One channel has the regular ZNS TV HD programming. One is the Parliamentary channel, and one is the 24/7 television community page. These channels may be accessed simply by attaching either a rabbit ears antenna or an indoor amplified antenna to the RF input connector on the back of your digital television or flat screen TV. Once the antenna is connected, select TV mode and choose Auto Scan, and your TV will automatically pick up Channel 13 at no charge. Once you're on Channel 13, just use the channel selector to go to each of the 3 ZNS free channels. Antennas are available on many sites online. Free TV, ZNS brings it back to you.
Well, what about me?
What about you, what?
Well, I thirsty too, you know. You want to see all the water out there?
Well, why you don't give me your water, and then you go try and drink that salt water?
You crazy, eh?
I ain't the one talking to a dog, you know.
Ain't nobody can drink salt water.
Then why you won't give it to me? All dogs need fresh, cool water and sufficient shelter from the sun all year round, especially on the beach and during the hot summer months.
Summers are very hot here in the Bahamas, so please make sure all pets have ample, cool, fresh water in proper containers and sufficient shelter from the sun, even on the beach. And make sure all dog houses and kennels have proper ventilation. Let's make it Bahamian to be humane.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas Humane Society and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Hepatitis is the inflammation of the liver, which is the organ responsible for filtering toxins from the body, producing bile for digestion, and producing proteins and clotting factors. The most important cause of hepatitis worldwide is viruses, of which there are 5 main types: A, B, C, D, and E. Hepatitis B and C are major health challenges globally, affecting over 300 million persons worldwide. The suspicion of hepatitis may be a challenge, as there are typically no symptoms. However, if infected, non-specific symptoms may include decreased appetite, nausea, vague abdominal discomfort, jaundice or yellow eyes, and abnormal liver function tests. If not treated, hepatitis of any type can lead to cirrhosis and liver cancer, which leads to over 1 million deaths worldwide. If you suspect you may have been exposed to the virus that causes hepatitis, talk to your doctor today and get tested.
This public service announcement is brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority in conjunction with the Medical Association of the Bahamas and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
When a hurricane watch or warning has been issued, it is extremely important to be prepared and know just what to do. Stay informed about the storm's path by listening to the radio or television for hurricane progress reports. Check emergency food and household supplies. Be sure you have extra batteries for flashlights and radios. Bring in outdoor items like lawn furniture and garden tools. Anchor objects that cannot be brought inside. Secure buildings by closing and boarding up windows. Remove outside antennas and satellite dishes. Turn refrigerators and freezers to the coldest settings, opening only when absolutely necessary and closing quickly. Purchase ice and store it in an ice chest. Keep drinking water in clean jugs and bottles. Clean your bathtub with bleach and fill it with water for washing and flushing, not for drinking, making sure to keep the bathroom door closed so that small children cannot access the filled tub. Do not go out to videotape or take photos of the storm. Take pictures from inside where it is safe and dry. There is no harm in being overly cautious where a hurricane is concerned. It is truly better to be safe than sorry. This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Management Agency.
Well, 2020 is right around the corner, and I know many of you want to get started early with your fitness goals. Kelsey Johnson is live at the University of the Bahamas, and she's going to provide us with some fitness tips for the new year, 2020. Kelsey, good morning.
Hey there, Desmond. It's me, Kelsey. I am out here. Yes, it's Wednesday. It's Wellness Wednesday, and I am going to be, oh gosh, I don't even know what to say, but I just want everybody in the Bahamas to know that my insurance is at Culinary, and Natasha, downtown Natasha Brown, she's going to be putting me through an Olympic training. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm ready. I'm strong enough, but joining me live is the downtown Natasha Brown, who's going to explain this workout and tell me at the age of 38 I can still make the 2020 Olympic team, because guess what? Only Olympians do this training, right?
Yeah, that's true. But if you really want to get the results that you're looking for, you have to engage in some different type of wellness and different routines. And so, Kelsey, like you reminded me earlier, how can I forget that you were once a volleyball player? And so you've got your skills, you've got your game and you're ready to do this routine.
No, like the meme says, Tasha, I just want to drop my body to the gym and pick it up at 5 o'clock and make sure that I am fit and ready. That's it.
Yeah, but that's going to still require some level of fitness and mental thinking.
So, Tasha, what all am I going to be doing here today? I don't even know what this is. Tasha, this look like death.
For starters, you'll be using a Squat Master machine. You've got 9 different stations you have to go through. You have to crawl and pull the Olympic bar. You've got individual lunges you're going to be doing. You've got bench jumps. You've got a core board. You've got a twist. And then you've got to go laterally and diagonally over the rope with a slam ball. Then you've got the Viper. Then you got to lunge with those loops. Then you got to push the sled. And then you've got bench jumps. You're up for it.
Tasha, I know one thing. Kalina. Just remember Kalina. Carolyn, it's at Kalina. Because I believe, oh gosh, Tasha, I can make it?
All you need to do is stay confident and remember those moments when you were at volleyball training. The same thing applies. I think you've got it. You're stretched. You're all ready to go.
Tasha, I ready. Tasha, I ready. Oh, Lord. How much? 2 at each station?
About 2 to 5. 2 to 5. I think you're good for 5, actually.
Bahamas, watch the next Olympian. Shawnee, I come in. Oh.
There you go. Yes. And there you go. Very nice. Just continue to keep the body nice and tall. Head up and you're breathing. That's good. Just give me 2 more. Great. Last one. And then we're going to take it to the Olympic bar where we're doing crawls with the Olympic bar. Great. Now you want to crawl over it before you. There you go. Thank you. Now pull it through as you go. Make sure you keep your back nice and straight. One more time. Awesome. Now let's get into single lunges there. Bring that front foot forward a little bit more. And just right, there you go. I need 2 more, and then let's switch legs quickly. Great. Looking good, Kelsey. Just stay confident, just stay positive, and you've got this. Yes. 2 more. It's 1 and 2. Awesome. Now let's take it over to our power bench jump. We're going to do cross lateral jumps. We're going to do this for 6. 1. There you go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moving right along to the core board. I need 5 strong twists. You've got this. Ready? Go. 1. Leave the body out of it, but use your arms. Twist it. Pick up the rhythm. 1. Pick it up. Pick it up. 2. Don't stop it. 3, 4, and 5. Good job. Just make it to the ropes. Now, as you're traveling, you need to do slam balls. So as you jump across the rope, you're slamming with it, eh? 1. There you go. 2. Come back over. 3. Give me a little bit more with those slams. 4. I need 1 more. And 5. Good job. Let's pick up the Viper now. Remember, we're going to take it over the head, and then we're going to slam it down through between the legs. 1. There you go. Sit back into it. 2. Looking good, Kelsey. 3. Awesome. 2 more. 4. Last one. And 5. Very good. We're jogging here over to our loops, and we got lunges all the way to the sled. As you lunge, you're going to pull the loops forward. There you go. Come back. Good. Keep going with it. 1 more. Awesome. There you go. Now we're going to run with the sled all the way over to the bench. There you go. Right there. Awesome. Ready? There you go. Alternating. Keep that foot on top. 1, 2, 3. Last one. And 4. That's it. There you have it. She has completed the 9 exercise
Tasha?
circuit.
Let's line up. Tell Shawnee ready. I am ready.
Shawnee, wherever you are, she's going to try to really make this difficult for you.
Tasha, I feel a flab going. Feel it.
With everything that you would have done, I can understand that. Definitely.
Desmond, Wellness Wednesday. Oh, God, have a bottle of water for me. I coming back. Mommy, I do it. I do it. No cleaners needed. Back to you in the studio.
Good job.
Well, Chris, some good motivation for us.
You better have a lot of
started.
Gatorade, and boy, that's what you definitely need. How are you going to get started?
Well, I'm going to get started. After watching that?
Give me 2 jumping jacks.
No, not right now. Later on.
Boy, you crop out on that quick. Well,
what's going up in sports, man?
Well, you heard Kelsey just now talking about she won a challenge to 2020 Olympics. Well, she can get started this weekend. The Bay Street Mile is on for this weekend right there downtown. It's going to be exciting. And we'll be talking with some of the organizers coming up later on in sports.
The morning edition
2
continues with sports. Yeah, 2 jumping jacks. Not right now, but later on.
In the wake of Hurricane Dorian, the Passport Office of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is assisting those from Abaco and Grand Bahama with damaged or lost passports. If your irregular passport was lost during the storm, bring 2 passport photos to the New Providence Passport Office in the Basin Building on University Drive, formerly Thompson Boulevard, during normal business hours, Monday through Friday. Or at the Grand Bahama Passport Office in the National Insurance Building, Monday through Friday, between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. You can fill out an application form at any of our offices. If your passport was damaged, bring the damaged passport and 2 passport photos to our offices to be replaced. We have waived the fees, so there's no extra cost, and we are working to expedite the process so we can get them to you faster. For more information on replacing, renewing, or applying for a new passport, call us at 325-2814 or 397-2300 in New Providence, and 352-5698 or 602-9850 in Grand Bahama.
I'm here at the Dixon Hill Lighthouse in San Salvador to let you know that marine protected areas make dollars and cents. A well-designed and managed network of protected areas can generate income for nearby communities. From MPA managers to lodges to eco-tours, there is money to be made.
Healthy marine ecosystems help to protect our islands from climate change and other impacts that we cannot control. Healthy coral reefs help to break down big waves, and mangroves absorb storm surge and help to protect our coastline.
Older and larger fish tend to carry more and healthier eggs than younger fish. Fish replenishment areas will allow fish to grow bigger and ensure that we have more fish now and in the future.
In a replenishment area, fish are free to grow and reproduce. As their populations increase, more fish will spill over into other areas where fishermen can increase their catch and their income.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island, and you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
See the future with Bahamas Protected.
Good morning once again, everybody. It's that weekend for the Shawnee Miller UEBO Bay Street Mile. They'll be starting this coming Saturday, 7 o'clock start. And joining me on the morning edition this morning is Sean Miller, and one of my good friends, a former distance runner, but he looks like me right now. He looks like we're playing water polo and sumo wrestling. David Ferguson, welcome to the morning edition.
Good morning, and thank you for
This weekend is a big weekend, the Shawnee Miller UEBO Bay Street Mile. Tell us about it.
Yes, you know, this is an annual event that we put on through the Coaches Association. We had it now for the last probably 10 years or so, but it's the longest running road race in the Bahamas. This road race is over 30 years old, and you know, it's on Bay Street. It's 1 mile, so for the ones that are not in A1 shape, you still could come out and jog your mile or walk your mile. And, you know, it's being hosted by the Coaches Association, but we have one of our athletes, Sinead Miller, Rebo. She stamped her signature on it, and it's a development event, so we really don't make any monies from this. You know, the T-shirt alone is $10, and the registration is $7. It's a fun race. It's a race where a lot of our Bahamian Olympians, they come back because it's the Coaches Association, and they give back to it, mainly because most of them came through our ranks. So they, you know, they come in there. We have a lot of the knights. They come, they run this event with us, and it's just a fun event. And we have other sponsors as well. We have Bahamas Wholesale Agency. They, some of their products, I think, McVitie's, the Vita, coconut water, and the Ovaltine. You know, we always print them on the back. They're great support for us. We also have Bahamas Air. They come on board. Elite Chip Timing. They're there. They do a service for us as well. So, you know, it's a fun event.
David, you're the organizers. Tell us about this race that's coming Saturday.
Yeah, it's a challenging race. It's, you know, I list it as the fastest road race in the Bahamas because literally it is. You know, it's only a 1 mile sprint because, you know, as it is nowadays, distances are now becoming sprint events. And it's been very challenging. Last year we had Natasha Gould, you know, Olympian for, you know, Shaunae's friend. She came and she supported the race last year. Of course, won the female division. But we have a lot of former Olympians like Ramon and all the rest of them. They ran this race before. I was actually one of the winners of one year.
Yeah, most people might not know you was once a distance runner. That's what I was getting at. How's it going?
Once a distance runner, always a distance runner.
So will you be competing or you just be organizing the race?
Well, right now I'm going to be doing the chip timing, so I'm going to make sure the chip timing is...
Talk about that chip timing.
Yeah.
It's a special.
The chip timing is they put a computerized chip in every race bib. So when they run past the line, it has an automatic finish time, which is actually, you know, the world standard right now in any major event.
What are the divisions?
We have the under 9, we have the under 11, the under 12, 13,
15, 17, 20, under 30, and under 40 and 50.
On 50, so I can get in
40 and
the
over.
30 division.
Right.
So where's registration? How can I get in the race?
Well, registration, we have numerous places you can register. You can just send me a WhatsApp, or you can Chip Elite 242 gmail.com. You can send it there. You could also go to the B3A's office at the old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium and sign up, or you can come to R.M. Bailey to myself.
Sean, as the father of the great Shaunae Miller, lots of athletes are coming down. Like when I spoke to her a few months ago, she said lots of her training partners will be down for this weekend as well.
Well, what had happened was the date of the Bay Street Mile this year, the 16th, is the same time they're having a banquet for their management team. So that is why Stephen Gardner is not coming down because he has to be there that same day. Well, what we're doing is we're juggling around with Sinead. She's cutting short her trip. She just flew in from Europe. She's supposed to be going into LA to do some other business, but she has scratched that to come in here and to join us, you know, for the Bay Street Mile. And then from there, I think later on that afternoon, she fly in just in time to catch their banquet. So it's a big thing with the athletes, but we do have a few coming in, and we have some of the greats from the Bahamas. Miller, he's always running it. Stephen Newbold is always running it. We have the likes of Andretti. He's running it as well. So, you know, a lot of the athletes will be here to greet and meet the kids, especially.
Well, the kids look forward to this because they got a lot of giveaways.
Yeah, the kids, you know, we have a lot of trophies. David could help us out as far as the medals. This is the first.
Yeah, we had the first 10 will be receiving, the first 3 will get trophies, and then the next will get up to 10th place.
And also, Bahamas Wholesale Agencies, not for all of the divisions, but I know for the younger ones, they're supposed to be giving out some sort of prize for the first, second, and third as well.
So how many runners are you looking to attract this weekend?
Well, last year we had around 1,000. And this year, we are hoping to get someplace close to that. You know, usually the schools, they come out and they participate, our clubs, because the clubs are the coaches, the Bahamas Association of Athletic Coaches. So they, you know, this is our event, and we do our best to make sure that our children come out and compete in our, the clubs come and compete for the association.
David, an early morning start, 7 o'clock, the weather's being up and down.
Yeah, the weather's going to be nice. We're going to have good weather. I pretty much hope it's going to be nice. And 7 o'clock start, we get there early because, you know, it's Bay Street, so we can block Bay Street for the whole entire morning. But this is a pretty quick event, so we're going to be running wave starts, and we're going to be going one race after the next.
Where do we start?
We're going to start at the straw market, at the front of the straw market. That's where the race starts, and it ends at the BFA sand soccer field.
Well, that's David Ferguson and Sean Miller telling us about the Bay Street Mile is coming Saturday. Once again, starting in front of the straw market. Make sure, go on down, register. Once again, where do you register?
You can register at the B3A's office at the old Thomas A. Robertson Stadium or at Aaron Bailey School. Or you can send an email to chipelite242@gmail.com.
Last year I missed out on the event because I didn't get to bed early on a Friday night, but this Saturday morning I'm definitely going to be there. We're on the private school softball championship, also competing yesterday in senior boys play with the Queens College boys taking care of Sac 14-12. Let's take a look now at the girls, juniors. The championship being played on Jane Street. The Charlton Sanders Cougars as they took on the Big Red Machine of Sac in game 1. This one a slugfest with the defending champ Cougars coming out on top 11-8.
The girls started to fall apart a little bit late, but Coach whispered some words to them and they were able to pull it back together. The girls had a very good start. I think we have the best junior hitting team in the BAISS. And so we put up a lot of runs early due to the immense amount of hitting the good hitting that we had, okay? And we always want to work from a cushion, okay? And that 10 runs was our cushion.
Buddy Hield and the Sacramento Kings pulling off a 107-99 win against the Portland Trail Blazers last night. Buddy 7 for 21 from the field, 2 for 11 from behind the three-point arc. Not a good shooting night, but he did finish with 20 points, 4 rebounds, and the Kings will be in LA land this coming Friday to take on the Lakers. And that's going to do it for sports. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, go on out and register for this weekend's Shawnee Miller Uibo Bay Street Mile.
Hey, I'm Megan Shepard, a reporter here at the ZNS Northern Service. Did you know that ZNS is right at your fingertips when you download the new ZNS app? Missed something in our newscast? That's okay. Simply pull up the app, swipe, and you'll find all of our news headlines and highlights. So what are you waiting for? Download the new ZNS app today.
Based tourism supplies almost $50 million in revenue for Androsians every year. These priceless resources will continue to provide renewable benefits for thousands of people for years to come, as long as we take long-term action to preserve what's rightfully ours. The natural environment has played a vital role in our culture and economy for generations. Let's take care of nature, and nature will take care of us.
In our final look at weather in the tropics, 17 days now remaining. The tropics remain quiet, and we'll try to keep it that way as those cold fronts are now starting to roll in. We have one now approaching the extreme northwest Bahamas that will continue to slip southeastward slowly today. That will trigger 1 or 2 showers. But there's a stronger cold front behind the system that is expected to get in here on Saturday. Will bring with it some showers, some clouds as well. But behind that, temperatures will certainly drop into the 60s during the nighttime as we have been experiencing overnight. As you can see, our forecast for today calls for intervals of clouds and sunshine, particularly in the vicinity of that frontal boundary. The high temperature today will struggle to get up to about 83 degrees. And tomorrow, we're looking at tonight, turning cloudy with brief showers turning late tonight as that system drifts near the northwest Bahamas. 66 degrees for your low temperature tonight. Last night, we got down to 64 degrees. And the extended weather forecast, a few showers lingering around into Thursday. Things will dry out quite nicely on Friday as that frontal system backs that's up towards the north. But then that second front will push through on Saturday, bringing with it those showers and thunderstorms during the morning hours. But by afternoon, the winds will pick up. So we're looking at breezy conditions, temperatures dropping into the 60s thereafter over the weekend. Desmond?
Well, thanks much, Basil. And as we end our show, a beautiful view of Nassau Harbor. Great images there as we end the morning edition for this Wednesday. It's been a great show. And thank you so much for tuning in. See you again tomorrow morning. Make it a good day.